Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and welcome to today's Memmert webinar. My name is Konrad Bauer. I'm working with Memmert for 6 years now, and I am the channel sales manager for the Nordics, UK, Ireland, and the English-speaking Africa, and your presenter today. Perhaps you already are a loyal Memmert user, or perhaps you're interested in learning more about our products. Either way, I want to thank you for taking your time to join us for this webinar this Friday. It is an honor for me to present you today a new webinar topic, Incubators for your laboratory applications. Firstly, I would like to introduce you to the team that will be joining me. Behind the camera are my marketing colleagues, Alexandra and Bianca, who will be organizing the seminar, and Dominic, our technical sales, will be supporting me in the chat today. If you have any questions about the seminar, please feel free to post them in the chat, and Dominic will answer them immediately. Please note that your questions are anonymous and only Dominic is able to see them. Today's webinar is split into 6 parts. First, I want to give you a short overview over the incubators and application information, and then have a deeper look into the different incubators from Memmert. Afterwards, I show you some options and accessories, and in the end, you will see a short live presentation. What is an incubator? An incubator is a common laboratory device for culturing cells, tissues, organisms by simulating a growth environment at a specific temperature, humidity, light, or CO2 concentration, and is widely used in the fields of plants, organisms, genetics, viruses, medicine, environmental protection, low and constant temperature testing. Typical fields for application are the medical research, research in the food and cosmetic industry, and the agriculture research. Memmert got 3 different types of incubators. The first one is the incubator I, where the parameter is temperature. This one is also available as medical device IM, authorized by the European Union. The I incubator is available with fan and without fan. Further, we have the cooled incubators IPP Eco and ICP. The IPP Eco and ICP are working with 2 different technologies. One is with Peltier and one is with compressor. The most important is also the temperature, and they go also below the ambient temperature. For the IPP is also a light option available. And last but not least, the CO2 incubator ICO. The adjustable parameters are temperature, humidity, CO2, and optional oxygen concentration. It can also be used as medical device authorized by the European Union. Now to the application information. The uniformity and consistency of temperature is guaranteed by a large area all around interior heating concept and a heating system developed at Memmert. The correct distribution in the interior is tested in our test field using a 27-point measurement in accordance with DIN, as you can see in the picture on the left. The 27 points are divided into 3 levels with 9 points on each level. For safety and reliability, we have different options. One is the mechanical temperature monitoring TB. If the electronic monitoring device fails during operation and the factory set maximum temperature is exceeded by approximately 20 degrees, the appliance is switched off permanently without further alarms to protect the applications and the external environment. The automatic safety function. The heater operates in emergency mode and the system is activated to bring the temperature back to set value. Further, the temperature selection monitor TWW. If the manual set monitoring temperature is exceeded, the TWW takes over temperature and control starts regulation to the monitoring temperature. And finally, the temperature selection limiter. The TVB is only available if the control cabinet is equipped with 2 PT100 sensors, which is standard with the Plus model, or available with option A6 for single display. If the manually set monitoring temperature is exceeded, the TWB takes over the temperature control and switches off the heating. We have a simple operation and comfortable operation for all our devices, as we have one controller for all models, which are available as single and twin displays. We are famous for our touch, turn, and go. Also, there's the option to have Atmo control software for all our devices, for easy programming via drag and drop, and to create your own RAMs. For the documentation of the process, we have an integrated data storage, which have at least 10 years. And the data can be easy analyzed through log data in Excel and PDF format. Now let's have a look deeper in our different incubators. The I-series incubator is available in 8 versions from 30 to 750 liters internal volume. A difference is made between the IF with fan as standard and the ION without fan. The plus and non-plus devices are differentiated according to whether the control panel has a double or single screen. The setting temperature is from plus 20 up to 80 degrees, and working temperature is for the ION at least plus 5 above ambient, and for the IF at least plus 10 above ambient temperature. For the heating concept of the ION IF, we have an all-around panel heating. So the heating elements, which are produced here at Memmert, are on all 4 sides of the device, top, bottom, and on the sides. Higher air throughputs and faster drying processes due to enlarged supply and exhaust air opening. Fan speed for the IF and air flap position for both models can be adjusted via the control cockpit. The heat balance function compensates for difference in heat distribution in the interior due to the type and amount of load, especially in the heating phase. Activation of a 4-hour sterilization routine is available for the twin display. It runs for 4 hours and 160 degrees Celsius. There are 2 different displays available, the single and the twin display. The additional features of the twin display to the single displays are the additional adjustable parameters. This is device-specific, such as relative humidity, light, or CO2. Also, there are standard 2 PT100 sensors, DIN Class A, in 4-wire measurement for mutual monitoring and function takeover in case of an error. Also, for the twin display, the Atmo control software for programming, managing, and transferring programs via Ethernet in the interface is standard. Now our focus is on the IPP and ICP model incubators, which runs with 2 different technologies. Firstly, I present the IPP and the IPP Peltier incubators, which are both heated and cooled using Peltier technology. From model 110 to 2200 have been upgraded with advanced Peltier models from 2021, which are both more energy efficient and more cost effective to operate. The IPP working temperature is from 0 at least 20 degrees below ambient up to 70 degrees, with the option of light from plus 10 up to plus 70. The advanced Peltier technology is based on the principle that a temperature difference occurs in an electrical circuit at the connection point of 2 different conductor materials, which becomes noticeable when one side becomes colder and the other sides become hotter. Both our cooling and heating function can be generated in the same semiconductor module by changing the polarity of the current. Advantages of the advanced Peltier technology are that they are more compact, as no additional installation space is required for a compressor. There's no need for refrigerants, and also they're environmentally friendly, energy saving, and have low CO2 emission. There's virtually no vibrations and low noise level. Also, there are fast response without refrigerant, therefore extremely precise control is possible. The temperature cycle can be operated with the same heating cooling unit without the need for a special external heat generator. Compared to a compressor system, energy consumption can be reduced by about 70%, which further reduces operating costs, as you can see in the graph on the right side, where a comparison between a compressor, normal Peltier, and our Echo device is. Possible applications for the cooled incubator IPP are, for example, breeding insects, the protein crystallography, cultivation, incubation of viruses and antibodies for the production of vaccines and medicines, and the storage and incubation of fish eggs at plus 26 degrees. Quality control of milk and soy products, microbiological analysis, and shelf life assignment in the production of soy products. And also BOD tests in water treatment and wastewater treatment plants at plus 20 degrees for 5 days. Now let's go to the ICP series with compressor. The ICP series is available in 4 sizes, from 110 to 750 liters internal volume, and they have a working range from -12 up to plus 60 degrees. The heating and cooling concept of the compressor technology ICP. The cooling and heating circuits are housed in a closed air circulation jackets that prevent the formation of hot and cold spots, and they humidify the working area. The heating circuits are based on a ring heater installed at the top of the air jacket. The refrigeration circuit, which is based on compressor technology, is located at the lower part of the cabinet and is easily recognizable. The refrigerant circulates in a closed circuit. So in the evaporator, the refrigerant absorbs the heat from the sample that has been introduced and is to be cooled. The compressor compacts the refrigerant under high pressure. The condenser, which is located outside the appliance, releases the heat into the environment. The refrigerant condenses and returns to a liquid state. The pressure in the throttle valve is reduced again. So the boiling point of the refrigerant drops and the next cycle begins. Compressor technology has the advantage over Peltier technology of higher thermal compensation, especially if the doors open frequently and the sample itself emits additional heat. So the compressor is particularly suitable for application in which heat is released into the interior. Our incubators are equipped with the defrost function. The automatic defrost cycle effectively frees the evaporator from icing and can be activated in the settings of the device. Flawless function of the cooled incubator even at low temperature and continuous operation. The setting of the defrost function can be done by 6 up to 48 hours in 6-hour steps and can also be turned off. Application examples for the ICP are use in minus temperatures or temperature close to freezing point, use for rapid change between cooling and heating, use primarily in the field of biochemistry, medicine, pharmacy, and the food and cosmetic industry. Tests on the change in color of cosmetic pencils in wooden or plastic containers. Also the testing of wine tendency to cloud. Last but not least, the CO2 incubators. There are 2 basic requirements for a CO2 incubator. Firstly, the CO2 incubator must be able to control the temperature and CO2 concentration as accurately and stably as possible to facilitate research process. Secondly, the CO2 incubator must effectively prevent microbiological contamination with the incubator and regularly remove the contamination to protect the research results and avoid sample loss. Now I want to show you the Memmert CO2 incubator. There are 4 sizes of CO2 incubator and the device operates plus 5 degrees above room temperature up to 50 degrees. The CO2 from 0 to 20% and with the option of active humidity, the device can operate in the range from 40 to 97% RH. And with the option T6, O2 from 0 to 20%. The heating concept of the ICO. The ICO have direct heating on 6 sides with an insulation jacket. 6 sides heating means that also the inner glass door and the door seals are heated. The heating elements are positioned as shown in the picture on the right for optimum temperature uniformity. The ICO models are available with 2 different humidification systems, one with passive and one with active humidity. Passive humidity control is a standard feature of the ICO devices. Humidification by evaporation via water-filled trays at the bottom of the device. The humidity is limited to 93 RH with plus minus 2.5 RH by keeping the temperature just below the condensation point via the Peltier humidity control on the back of the device. The condensates flow through the rubber flap back into the water tray, and the evaporation process begins again. There's also an option for humidity sensor to have the measurement on the display. The active humidity control K7 for shorter humidity rise times as well as for faster recovery times during daily operations. While opening the door of the ICO appliance causes changes in the internal humidity and temperature, as a result, fluctuations can take place under ideal conditions of 37 degrees and 93% RH or higher. The rise time of humidity and recovery time after opening the doors are therefore significantly shorter with active humidity control option K7 than with the standard passive humidity control. Active humidity control guarantees that the required humidity value is reached quickly after the door is opened and closed. The heating system ensures rapid heating and will minimize the temporal and spatial temperature fluctuations. The interaction of active humidity control and heating control is important to avoid cold spots. This prevents unwanted condensation, uneven temperature distribution, and the resulting temperature differences, especially in the corners of the CO2 incubator. On the walls or on the door seals, and even with the door open for 30 seconds, the relative humidity inside the incubator drops from over 90% to less than 30%, and the CO2 concentration from 5% to less than 1%. Depending on the size of the incubator, the recovery time with the option K7 is around 10 minutes. The picture on the right shows how the active humidification of the K7 works. Distilled water is pumped through a hose pump into an aluminum hose, which is heated to approx 160 degrees by a PTC heater to ensure sterility. It is then injected into the chamber as hot steam. All our incubators ICO are equipped with a sterilization process, which runs 60 minutes at 180 degrees, and all sensors can be left inside the device. The total running time is by 6 hours and 30 minutes, which includes heating up and cooling down to plus 50 degrees. Additional to the sterilization program, the ICO got an interior with rounded edges, which are easy to clean and where less material can get caught. Application examples for the ICO are implementation of bioassays, anaerobic breeding with O2 model, quality assurance of drinking water, cell cultivation and stem cells research, gene expression experiments, and in vitro fertilization. The last section presents some of the most important and interesting options and accessories. There are numerous options and accessories available. A few are, for example, the user ID stick to prevent unauthorized operation at the device, the mobile alert to receive alarms and all kinds of errors and alarms to the device, entry ports at the back and on the sides, standard positions, and also its free selectable positions in variable size. There are several types of light modules for the IPP. A door open recognition or lockable doors to prevent any case of malfunction during a program. 4 to 20 milliampere current loop interface temperature. And also software conforming to FDA Atmo control meets the requirement for the use of electronically stored data sets and IQ/OQPQ documents, which can be done at our factory site. Why Memmert? Because of our precise control, safety in use, user-friendliness, the variation of sizes, options, and individual solutions, which can also be provided by our customized department. Uniformity to meet high quality standards and our high quality level of services. Now I would like to show you 2 more things about our devices. First, I want to start off with our compressor device. which we can see here on the left side. As I already mentioned, the compressor is good recognizable at the bottom of the device as there is a bigger box. Also, our control cockpit and the ICP is equipped with a twin display. You can adjust all parameters at the top. And also, I can show you the defrost function, which you can find on the menu, and then set up, and then turn down. And there you can adjust your defrost function. The ICP is equipped with an inner glass door, as you can see here. Now let's jump to the Peltier devices. The new Peltier devices are equipped with the new Peltier models at the back. For example, here model 410 liters, which have now 2 Peltier models at the back of the device. And over the Peltier model of the fan, you can see 2 PT100 sensors. Also, the IPP is equipped with an inner glass door. And last but not least, the ICO. We also have one ICO here with a divided inner glass door, as you can see here. Inside, you can also see all the sensors for humidity, CO2, and temperature. Which is special is that also the divided inner glass door is heated. Further option would be the C2 emergency power supply, the operation display as well as the measurement recording of all parameters of the display when you have a power failure. That would it be from my side. Thank you very much for your attention and your time. I hope everything went well and you could pick up some valuable information. Our chat will be activated a few more minutes, so if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the chat. And also all your contacts here at Memmert would be happy if you have any questions after the webinar. Goodbye and have a nice weekend.